This ginger ale is perfect tonight, boss.
I'm glad it suits you, Claire.
I keep hearing people say an electric car can power a house, and I do not get it.
You are hearing about vehicle to grid and its cousins like vehicle to home and vehicle to load.
I know the letters, but not the meaning.
Let us build it from the ground up with plain words.
Please go slow because I am trying to picture it.
Think of your car battery as a big water tank and think of electricity as water that flows in pipes.
Charging fills the tank and discharging lets water flow out to where it is needed.
So the car can pour energy out instead of only drinking it.
Exactly, and the idea is the heart of bidirectional charging.
What is the difference between all the V words?
V2L means the car gives power to a device like a laptop or a grill through a simple outlet.
That sounds like camping power or a tailgate party.
V2H means the car sends power into your home through a special gateway that knows when the grid is down and keeps the line workers safe.
So the house can run off the car during an outage.
Yes, and it switches on and off in a safe way with automatic controls.
Then, V2G must mean the car helps the public grid, not just my home.
You have it, and V2G means your car can send energy back to the grid when the grid needs help.
Why would the grid need help from my tiny car?
Because the grid does not like sudden changes, and thousands of small batteries can smooth those bumps very fast.
What kind of bumps are we talking about?
Hot evenings when everyone turns on air conditioning, or mornings when a factory starts up, or quick frequency dips after a line trips.
So my car could be like a friendly neighbor who carries a spare fuse.
That is a fine picture, and it works because many cars act together as a team.
Who organizes the team?
An aggregator runs software that tells each car when to charge and when to discharge, and how much to move.
Do I have to babysit the car while it does that?
No, because the software follows rules you set like minimum range and time to leave and price limits.
I worry about the battery wearing out if it keeps moving energy in and out.
That is a healthy worry, and the truth is that careful control matters more than raw cycle count.
Can you say that again in a softer way?
If we keep the battery at friendly charge levels and avoid high heat and avoid deep swings, then wear stays modest.
So the app will try to keep the battery in a gentle middle band most of the time.
Yes, and it may save the top and bottom of the tank for when you really need them.
What about money? Because nice ideas are nice, but bills are real.
There are a few ways value shows up, and each feels like a small door you can open.
Tell me about the first door.
The first door is self-consumption, where your car charges when energy is cheap or sunny, and runs your home when energy is costly.
So I shift what I buy to cheaper hours and I use my own supply in peak hours.
Exactly, and that is the simple path with V2H and smart tariffs.
What is the second door?
The second door is grid services, where the aggregator pays you for fast support like frequency, regulation, or peak reduction.
Do I need special hardware for that door?
You need a bidirectional charger and a home gateway that meets safety rules, and sometimes you need a meter that can measure exports.
Does my car model matter?
Yes, because the car has to speak the right language with the charger and the grid.
What language is that?
Cars and chargers talk through standards, and one important family is ISO 15118, which handles identity security tariffs and bidirectional control.
That number sounds heavy, but I like that it means the gear can agree on the basics.
Agreed connections make life easier for installers, utilities, and drivers.
What about plugs? Because I keep hearing about CCS and NACS and other letters.
A plug is like the shape of the mouth on the water pipe, and the language is like the rules for who speaks first and what they say.
So my plug shape and my language both have to match the charger.
Yes, and new cars are adding support for the bidirectional language, so the future gets simpler each year.
I am still thinking about safety because I fear feeding power back into the street when workers are fixing lines.
The gateway isolates your home from the grid during an outage and only exports when the line is healthy and allowed.
Is there a way to make sure the house and the car do not fight with each other?
The gateway and the charger coordinate like two doormen with radios, and they follow a priority list you set.
What kind of list is that?
You can tell it to keep a travel reserve for the morning, and you can set a schedule for cheap charging, and you can say how much to share with the grid.
Is this just for tech people, or is it made for normal people too?
The goal is to make it feel like a thermostat with a few clear sliders and presets.
Give me a picture of a day with this running.
Your car arrives home at 6 in the evening with 60%, and the house draws a bit from the car until 9 when the peak passes.
Then, what happens at night?
At midnight, the car fills back up on a cheaper rate, and by 7 in the morning it sits at the reserve you ask for.
This sounds almost like time travel for energy.
Yes, because you move energy from one hour to another, and you earn a benefit from the difference.
Can this help during storms when the lights go out?
It can keep the fridge, sunlights and internet alive, and it can run heat pumps at a lower level if the design allows it.
How long could a big battery run a small home?
A home that uses around 20 to 30 kilowatt hours a day can stretch 2 or 3 days on a large pack if you choose only essential loads.
Essential means fridge, lights, chargers, and maybe a few fans, right?
Yes, and you can avoid ovens, dryers, and other heavy drawers during an outage.
What about apartments, because not everyone has a garage and a driveway?
Apartments can join through shared chargers in the parking area, and the building can host the gateway.
Who keeps track of which resident gets paid or credited?
The aggregator and the building manager handle the math, and drivers can see credits in an app.
I have a tender heart for the battery in winter and summer because heat scares me.
Heat control is key, and the system avoids heavy cycling when the pack is hot, and it cools the pack before heavy work.
Will I hear noises at night if the car is working?
You may hear a gentle fan or a soft click, but well-designed gear stays quiet and polite.
Do I lose my warranty if I do this?
You follow the path the maker approves, and you use certified equipment, and you read the policy, and then you stay inside those lines.
So I must not use random hacks or off-label tricks.
That is wise, because certified gear exists to protect your home, your car, and the people on the street.
Can the grid really trust millions of tiny helpers?
The grid already trusts many small helpers like home batteries, solar inverters, and smart thermostats, and cars are just a large new group.
What does success look like 10 years from now?
Success looks like easy setup, clear tariff, simple controls, and cars that arrive home and blend in quietly as a flexible part of the power system.
Tell me a story so I can feel it.
A nurse drives home after a late shift, and her car tops up on a cheap rate, and during the next evening it gives a little power back to ease the neighborhood peak, and the nurse sees a small credit without lifting a finger.
That is gentle and useful at the same time.
Now picture a summer storm that cuts the power, and the house switches to the car in a blink, and the freezer stays cold, and a single room keeps a small light and the internet alive.
I can feel the calm in that room.
That calm is the value of resilience, which is hard to price until you need it.
Are there downsides besides cost and setup?
You add some complexity, and you must learn simple settings, and you depend on clear rules in your area, and you need a willing car model.
What if I love the idea but my car does not support it yet?
You can start with managed charging, which is one-way control that shifts charging to low-cost hours and still saves money and helps the grid.
So I can join the story even before full V2G arrives for my car.
Yes, and later you can upgrade the charger or the car when the time is right.
How do utilities feel about this?
Utilities like stability and predictability, and they like tools that avoid building costly peaker plants, and that is why they warm to programs that guide flexible demand.
Flexible demand sounds like polite teamwork between homes and the grid.
That is the right spirit, because flexibility is a social good when it is easy and fair.
I keep hearing the phrase virtual power plant, and it sounds like a video game.
A virtual power plant means many small devices move together like one large plant, and an operator can call on them for power or reductions when needed.
Is my car the star of that show?
It is one star among many, and it shines because batteries react quickly and sit near where people use power.
What stops this from spreading everywhere tomorrow?
We need more cars that speak the same language, more chargers that handle bidirectional flow, simple tariffs and smooth rules for connecting.
Do we also need trust so people feel safe?
Trust is the secret sauce, and it grows from clear bills, fair credits, plain apps, and quiet hardware that just works.
Give me a myth and let us bust it.
Myth 1 says V2G kills your battery fast, and the truth is that well-planned cycling can stay inside gentle bands that keep wear reasonable.
Give me another myth.
Myth 2 says the grid will drain your car dry, and the truth is that you set a reserve so you can always leave with range.
I like the word reserve because it feels safe.
Safety grows from design and defaults and from your control over the sliders.
How big should my reserve be on a normal weeknight?
Many people pick a range that covers the next day of driving plus a cushion, and the software will not dip below that number.
Could this reduce blackouts for a whole city?
It will not solve every event, but it can shave peaks and slow down problems and buy time for bigger tools to act.
What if lots of people charge at the same time after work?
Smart charging spreads the load across the evening and night, and that smoothing alone makes a large difference.
Tell me about schools or buses because I see big batteries there.
School buses rest many hours and can share power after morning routes and then recharge before the next day, which makes them great early adopters.
I enjoy how normal that sounds instead of hype.
The best tech feels like furniture in the room, and you stop noticing it after a week.
Describe the hardware in my home without buzzwords.
You will have a bidirectional charger on the wall, a gatekeeper box near your main panel,
And a small device that talks to your utility or your aggregator.
What about permission to connect?
Some places ask you to register exports and to follow interconnection steps, so an installer handles forms and tests.
Will the installer explain fail-safe modes?
A good one will show you how the system isolates during outages, how it tests itself, and how to read the status lights.
I need words that help me shop without fear.
Look for certified gear, clear manuals, solid warranty support, and an app you understand in 2 minutes.
How do I compare offers that say free charging or zero bill?
Read the details with a calm mind and check limits, minimum mileage, charger type, export caps, and how credits are calculated.
So the headline is a door and the details are the room behind the door.
Yes, and you should always step into the room before you sign.
What matters most if I want the longest battery life?
Keep temperatures moderate, keep the state of charge away from the extremes most days, and let the system plan gentle cycles.
Can the system learn my habits and get smarter?
Yes, because it can watch your leave times and your mileage and build a simple plan that meets your routine.
What if my routine changes on a whim?
You can tap one button to override and fill up now, or to pause exports, and the system will listen at once.
How much power can flow out of a car?
Many home systems share power in the range of a few to around 10 kilowatts, which is enough for many home loads when scheduled well.
Will my lights flicker when the system switches modes?
Well-designed gateways switch smoothly, and most people do not notice during normal operation.
Can this help cut carbon in a quiet way?
Yes, because it moves load to cleaner hours, and it helps use more renewable energy by filling gaps and smoothing ramps.
I like that the help is silent and local.
Local help stacks up across the city, and over time it adds up to a big effect.
What role do car makers play in all this?
They choose the hardware inside the car, they choose what features to unlock, and they write policies that say how V2H or V2G can be used.
Do they gain anything from letting me share power?
They gain happier drivers, new value in the app, and a place in the energy market that keeps customers close.
I heard some people say wires and switches at risk, and I want to know the honest view.
Any system adds risk if built badly, and that is why we use certified boxes and trained installers and regular tests with clear logs.
Will I see reports about what my car did for the grid?
Yes, and a simple chart can show energy in and energy out earnings and what share came from each type of service.
Could a neighborhood do this together?
A block can share chargers and storage, and rooftop solar and cars can give short bursts that keep the local transformer happier.
I like the picture of a street that helps itself before demanding more from faraway plants.
It is a good picture because it puts people and machines on the same team.
Teach me a quick rule set I can carry in my head.
Set a morning reserve, use cheap hours for charging, choose essential loads for backup, and enroll with an aggregator you trust.
Give me a second rule set for kindness to the battery.
Avoid heat, avoid very low charge, avoid sitting full for long, and let the app use a gentle middle zone most days.
What about privacy, because energy data can feel personal?
Pick providers who publish clear privacy terms, keep data to what is needed, and use accounts with strong security and alerts.
Can V2G help people who rent or move often?
Portable value shows up when programs let you take your account and credits with you, and when public sites add bidirectional bays.
Are public bidirectional bays a real thing yet?
They are growing, and the same ideas apply, with site operators acting as the gateway between the car and the grid.
If I were to explain this to a friend in one breath, what would I say?
Say an EV is a battery on wheels that can share power with your home and sometimes the grid, and smart control makes it safe, simple, and sometimes profitable.
That fits nicely in my head.
Good, because the shorter the idea, the easier it spreads.
Tell me why this matters to a person who never thinks about energy.
It matters because comfort and savings and resilience touch every home, and the easiest wins are invisible wins.
Invisible wins feel like grace in a busy life.
Well put, since the best tech becomes quiet background that frees your mind.
What mistake do beginners make most often?
They chase headlines without reading details, and they forget to set a reserve, and they ignore their actual driving pattern.
And the fix is to know my miles and set simple rules and test once.
Yes, and to check the first bill and make sure the numbers match your expectations.
Could this help people during heat waves in a simple way?
Yes, because small bursts from many cars can keep peaks from tipping into emergencies, and that keeps air conditioners running.
I want to love the idea without getting lost in acronyms.
Then only remember 3 words, which are share, store, and shift.
Share means give a little back when it helps.
Store means hold energy when it is cheap or clean.
Shift means move your use to kinder hours.
Exactly, and those 3 words cover the spirit of the whole field.
If I teach this to a cousin who distrusts new tech, how do I start?
Start with a fridge staying cold during storms and with bills that feel a little lighter, and leave the jargon for later.
What do you love most about this, boss?
I love the idea that a car rests at night and serves the neighborhood in small, kind ways.
Then, what do you fear most?
I fear messy rollouts that confuse people, and I fear promises that ignore details.
So the cure is careful design, honest language, and simple tools?
That cure never goes out of style.
Could schools teach kids about this with hands-on demos?
Yes, because a small load and a small battery make a safe classroom lab, and kids love seeing lights turn on from a car.
I would have loved that lab in middle school.
Learning sticks when you can see and touch and measure in real time.
Can charities use this for shelters during outages?
They can stage cars or small trucks and keep light and
Phones and medical devices running until normal power returns.
I like the idea of a city that treats mobility and energy as partners.
That partnership opens the door to smarter streets, and it grows with every driveway that joins.
Before we close, can we walk through a tiny checklist I can save on my phone?
Here is a simple checklist that travels well across brands and places.
I am ready for it.
First, pick a car and charger that support bidirectional flow, or at least manage charging with clear software.
Got it, and keep reading.
Second, choose an installer with the right certifications and ask to see a sample report of a system test.
Clear and simple.
Third, set a travel reserve that matches your life with a little buffer for surprises.
That one gives me peace.
Fourth, enroll in a tariff or a program that rewards off-peak charge and helpful exports.
Money talks in a kind way there.
Fifth, test your backup mode once during daylight with small loads so you know exactly what happens.
That test is like a fire drill for power.
6, open the app once a week and skim the chart for energy and energy out and credits.
I can handle that on a Sunday afternoon.
7th, keep your software updated and read short release notes when features arrive.
That is a fair list and not scary at all.
I am pleased it feels light on the shoulders.
Thank you, boss, because you took a foggy idea and turned it into a simple picture.
You did the hard part by asking the brave questions.
I ask because I want a kinder home and a calmer mind.
A calm mind and a bright room are a fine pair.
One last thing before I go, because I want a line that sums it up.
Here is your line, which is your car can be a quiet helper that saves a little money, keeps you safe, and gives the grid a steady hand.
That line fits in my pocket and I will carry it.
Carry it and share it when someone asks about those letters on a charger.
Thank you for the ginger ale and the patience tonight, boss.
You're always welcome, Claire, and travel safely.
Good night, boss.
Good night, Claire.
It is getting late and I should head home now. Oh no, I just realized I left my wallet at home. What am I going to do about the bill for that ginger ale? Excuse me, to the kind person sitting near me and listening quietly all this time, would you treat me to that ginger ale today? I knew you were listening from the very start, and if any part of our talk helped you even a little, please say yes. Thank you so much, and you can send a tip using the QR code at the bottom right of the video or the link in the description. Please also tap like and subscribe and leave a friendly comment because it helps more than you think. The link in the description also has other series from this channel that travel in very different directions. Thank you again and see you next time.